Emotional immaturity. Sometimes they're struggling with their own issues, and other times they're simply testing your patience. In moments like these, your response matters more than anything. It's easy to let emotions take over, to chase after them for answers, or to lash out in frustration. But when you handle the situation with calm and confidence, you protect your peace and show them that your worth isn't tied to their approval. In today's video, I'll share 9 deeply effective steps to navigate this situation with grace and wisdom. These aren't just surface-level tips. They're rooted in Stoic philosophy and real-life lessons that will help you grow stronger, even when others choose silence. Here's a little task for you. As we go through each step, I want you to comment on the one that resonates with you the most. Let's start with this affirmation: I choose myself. Let's dive into number 1. Don't chase them. When someone hides from you or ignores you, the instinct to chase them can feel overwhelming. You may think, if I just explain myself, maybe they'll come back. But let me tell you, chasing only pushes them further away. Why? Because desperation erodes respect. When you chase, you're telling them that their attention is more important than your dignity. It's like trying to catch smoke with your hands. The harder you try, the more it slips away. People value what they have to work for, not what's handed to them freely. By chasing, you're making it too easy for them to take you for granted. Instead, take a step back and give them space. Let their silence be met with your stillness. If they genuinely care, they'll come back on their own. And if they don't, that's your answer. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Think of a time when you chased someone who was pulling away. Did it bring them closer, or did it leave you feeling more hurt? Now, recall a moment when you stayed silent and let them come to you. Silence speaks volumes. It shows that you respect yourself enough to wait. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Chasing someone's approval puts your happiness in their hands. Take back that power by focusing on yourself. Have you ever chased someone and regretted it? Share your experience in the comments. No more chasing. Remember, you are worth more than someone's silence. Number 2, protect your peace. When someone ignores you, your peace of mind often becomes the first casualty. The overthinking, the self-doubt, the sleepless nights. It's exhausting. But here's a truth that the Stoics lived by. Your peace is your power. Instead of spiraling into questions about their silence, redirect that energy toward yourself. Spend time on activities that nourish your soul. Reading, exercising, meditating, or connecting with people who uplift you. Every moment spent worrying about them is a moment stolen from your own happiness. Don't give them that power. Imagine your mind as a garden. If you let weeds of negativity grow, they'll choke out the flowers of joy and growth. Cultivate your peace by pulling out the weeds of overthinking and watering the seeds of self-care. Think about someone who drained your energy with their silence. Now compare it to a time when you invested in yourself instead, perhaps learning a new skill, reconnecting with friends, or simply enjoying your own company. Which felt better? Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." You cannot control someone else's behavior, but you can control how much space they occupy in your mind. Choose freedom by prioritizing your peace. How do you protect your peace when someone ignores you? Drop your favorite self-care tip in the comments with the affirmation, I protect my peace. Number 3, set boundaries even in silence. When someone hides or ignores you, boundaries become essential. Why? Because their behavior can easily consume your thoughts and emotions, leaving you drained. Boundaries aren't about punishing them, they're about respecting yourself. For example, if they suddenly decide to reach out after ignoring you, don't rush to respond. Take your time and reflect on whether they deserve your energy. By setting these limits, you're showing them and yourself that your time and emotions are valuable. Think of boundaries as a shield. They don't block people entirely, but they ensure that only the right people get close enough to affect you. Have you ever been in a situation where someone ignored you and you instantly forgave them the moment they reached out? How did it make you feel afterward? Compare that to a time when you paused, took your time, and set boundaries. Which made you feel stronger? Seneca wisely said, "He who is brave is free, and part of bravery is having the courage to set boundaries even when it's hard." What boundaries have you set in your life to protect your energy? Share them in the comments and add the affirmation, "I respect myself." Number 4, reclaim your focus. When someone ignores you, it's easy to let your thoughts revolve around them. You replay conversations, analyze their actions, and wonder what you could have done differently. But the more you focus on them, the more you lose sight of yourself. Reclaiming your focus means taking your attention away from their behavior and directing it toward what truly matters, your goals, your growth, and your happiness. It's about shifting from, "Why are they doing this to me?" to "What can I do to better myself?" Start small. Dedicate time each day to an activity that uplifts you. Read a book, learn a skill, or invest in your health. By channeling your energy into self-improvement, you'll notice something remarkable. Their silence will bother you less and less. Think about a time when someone's actions consumed your thoughts. How did it affect your day-to-day life? Now recall a moment when you decided to focus on yourself instead. Maybe you started a new hobby, worked on your career, or reconnected with friends, which felt more empowering. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Focusing on someone who ignores you is an outside event. Shifting that focus inward is where your true strength lies. What's one thing you can focus on today that's entirely for yourself? Drop it in the comments with the affirmation, "I focus on me." Let's inspire each other to reclaim our energy. Number 5, reflect without blame. Being ignored can feel like a personal attack, but often it has little to do with you. People may hide because they're overwhelmed, dealing with their own emotions, or simply unsure of how to communicate. Instead of blaming yourself or them, use this time to reflect. Reflection doesn't mean overthinking. It means calmly analyzing the situation with curiosity, not judgment. Ask yourself, did I cross any boundaries? Was there a misunderstanding? Or is this simply their way of handling things? By reflecting without blame, you gain clarity. You may realize that their behavior stems from their own insecurities, not your actions. This awareness prevents resentment and helps you respond with maturity and grace. Think of a time when someone ignored you and you initially blamed yourself. How did it make you feel? Now consider a moment when you paused, reflected calmly, and realized it wasn't your fault. Didn't it feel liberating to let go of that burden? Epictetus teaches, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Reflection allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react emotionally. Take a moment to reflect on a situation where you felt ignored. What did you learn about yourself or the other person? Share your insights in the comments with the affirmation, "I reflect, I grow." Number 6, resist the need for closure. Closure is something we all crave. When someone ignores you, it's natural to want an explanation, an apology, or at least a reason. But here's the harsh truth. Closure isn't always given. It's something you create for yourself. Chasing closure from someone who hides or ignores you often leads to more pain. They may refuse to talk, offer excuses, or leave you with more questions than answers. Instead of relying on them to give you peace, choose to find it within yourself. Ask yourself, does their explanation change my worth? Does their apology erase the hurt? Likely the answer is no. Closure comes from accepting what happened, learning from it, and moving forward without needing anything from them. Think of a time when you sought closure from someone who hurt you. Did their words truly help, or did they leave you feeling empty? Now remember a moment when you decided to let go without needing their input. That decision gave you power, didn't it? Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Craving closure from others keeps you dependent on them. Finding closure within makes you truly free. Have you ever found closure on your own? Share your story in the comments and affirm, "I create my own peace." Your strength can inspire others. Number 7, let time reveal the truth. When someone hides from you, the urge to confront them immediately can be strong, but rushing for answers often leads to half-truths and misunderstandings. Patience is your ally here. Time has a way of revealing people's true intentions. If they're genuine, they'll return and explain. If not, their silence will tell you everything you need to know. By waiting, you avoid forcing a situation that isn't ready to unfold. In the meantime, focus on yourself. Trust that what's meant for you will find its way back, and what isn't will naturally fade. This mindset isn't about being passive, it's about choosing peace over chaos. Recall a situation where time gave you clarity. Maybe someone who ignored you came back with an apology, or their continued silence confirmed their true feelings. Wasn't the wait worth it? Marcus Aurelius reminds us, time is a sort of river of passing events, and strong is its current. Trust the flow of time to carry away what doesn't serve you and bring clarity when needed. What has time taught you about someone's true character? Share your experience in the comments and affirm, "I trust the process." Number 8, accept the uncertainty. When someone hides or ignores you, uncertainty can be the most difficult part to handle. The what-ifs consume your mind. What if they're angry? What if I've lost them forever? What if I did something wrong? But here's a profound truth. Life is full of uncertainty, and learning to embrace it is a mark of true strength. Acceptance doesn't mean you're okay with being ignored. It means you're at peace with not having all the answers. By accepting uncertainty, you take back the power that overthinking tries to steal. You remind yourself that while you can't control their actions, you can control how much you let it affect you. How do you start? Focus on the present moment. When your mind wanders to worst-case scenarios, gently bring it back. Engage in grounding activities like deep breathing, journaling, or simply appreciating the small joys around you. Think about a time when uncertainty paralyzed you. Maybe you waited days or weeks for a response that never came. Now compare it to a moment when you let go of needing answers and focused on your life instead. Didn't it feel freeing? Epictetus teaches, "Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will, and your life will be serene." Accepting uncertainty allows you to find peace even in the unknown. How do you handle uncertainty in your life? Share your coping strategy in the comments with the affirmation, "I embrace the unknown." Number 9, know when to walk away. There comes a time when you must decide, is this worth my energy? If someone continues to hide and ignore you despite your patience and understanding, it may be time to let go. Walking away isn't about giving up. It's about choosing yourself. When you hold on to someone who isn't showing up for you, you're telling yourself that their half-hearted effort is enough. But it's not. You deserve relationships where mutual respect and communication are the foundation. By walking away, you're setting a powerful boundary. I won't beg for the attention of someone who doesn't value me. Walking away is never easy. It requires strength and self-respect, but it's also a chance to create space for people who truly appreciate you. Think of a time when you finally walked away from someone who ignored you. Initially, it might have hurt, but over time, didn't you feel lighter? Didn't you find people or opportunities that made you realize your worth? Seneca reminds us, as is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. Life is too short to spend on people who don't value you. Walking away creates room for better stories. Have you ever walked away from someone who ignored you? Share your story in the comments with the affirmation, "I choose myself." Let's inspire each other to prioritize our self-worth. Conclusion, my friends, we've covered 9 powerful steps to handle when someone hides from you or ignores you. From embracing your own peace to knowing when to walk away, these steps are not just about dealing with their behavior, they're about growing stronger and valuing yourself in the process. Life is too short to chase people who aren't willing to meet you halfway. You are worthy of love, respect, and clarity. Remember, their silence is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their own struggles or choices. As we wrap up, let's leave with this affirmation: I am enough. Drop this in the comments if you resonate with this message. Also, tell me which step hit closest to home for you. Was it reclaiming your focus, accepting uncertainty, or maybe learning to walk away? If this video brought you clarity or comfort, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow and reach more people who need this message. And remember, you are stronger than you think, wiser than you realize, and more deserving than you sometimes allow yourself to believe. Until next time, take care and stay true to yourself. See you in the next video.